Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff.
I'm back in black! Hit the sack! Something's glad to be back as a noose. For the noose, I don't know the words of this song, noose.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and this is some of my stuff. If you're wondering why I was just singing Back in Black by AC/DC, go watch the Iron Man movies. They use a lot of AC/DC. I think it was definitely in the first one. Back in Black was definitely in the first one.
I think it might
and
have been
I swear they used it again.
Exactly.
Because I think Robert Downey Jr. really likes AC/DC. Or just Tony Stark does. I don't know. But this here is the Iron Man figure from the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Guardians of the Galaxy wave of figures. This is Iron Man in his space suit, which he used when he actually teamed up with the Guardians of the Galaxy in some of the more recent Marvel Now comics. So pretty awesome, and I've actually read those comics, so it's always good when I read the comics and then I get to see like a toy like this come out. So it's really cool. I always like that. So this is one of the one I was really excited for because I liked the suit. I thought it was a cool looking take on the Iron Man suit, a little bit different. But of course it looks like it uses a lot of reused parts. But I mean, what can you do? It's an Iron Man suit. They're going to reuse parts from other Iron Man suits because there's 100 Iron Man action figures out there. So we'll take a look at the box as we always do. It's the same box as all the other figures in the set. At the top it says Marvel instead of Guardians of the Galaxy because it's part of the comic. Then you have in here, you got Iron Man and the other leg of Groot. You have Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Iron Man at the bottom. On this side is a nice picture of Iron Man. On the other side is the exact same picture. On the back, you have Iron Man about to fire a nice repulsor blast over there. At the top over here is a nice description of him. Are you zoomed in on that?
Yes.
All right, you can pause if you want to read it. At the bottom, we have the other figures in the set: Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket, Drax, and Nova, and of course Iron Man. All these reviews are up. Every single one is there, and obviously Iron Man. So, because I'm doing that one as I speak, and then my next video is going to be Groot. I will have all the parts together, and Groot will be reviewed in the next video. So stay tuned for that one. So let me pop this sucker open, and what the heck? This is the only one that has tape on it. Every other one didn't have tape on the little hinge, but this one did. Because
So we'll be back in black.
Well, we will be back in black. Well, here he is out of the box, and he looks pretty cool. My first thoughts is they didn't really use a lot of paint, obviously, and this is definitely just a reuse sculpt. I believe of the Heroic Age Iron Man, at least. I'm sure they've used it before, but I know it was used in for the Heroic Age Iron Man of the Marvel Legends Iron Man set when it came for Iron Man 3, when that movie came out. Which, I guess it's kind of cheap, but they used a lot of new stuff for all the other figures, so not that big of a deal. Also, these shoulder things were popping off like crazy. I was just trying to pose them different ways with the shoulders, and they just were popping off, which sucks. So I mean, it would be nice if they sculpted something new on, but whatever.
Like Nova's shoulders, they could have done something like that.
I guess they could have done something like that, but it's different, they're saving money. But the head sculpt I love. It looks just like he does in the comics, which is awesome, so love that. But the rest of it's just a generic, the rest already used sculpt. But there is still plenty of sculpted detail on there. All the all the different pieces. He's got nuts, bolts, and whatnot in there. And even on his chest repulsor thing, there are plenty of details. I really, like I said before, I love the head.
Nice head.
And on the back, same kind of thing. Plenty of sculpted detail. The problem is they didn't really use a lot of paint detail on it.
They probably could have used more gold.
I'm sure they could have used more gold. It would have been nice if they threw more gold on there.
Especially like the back.
Because it's just plain red on his back there. In fact, the best use of paint they have is on his center repulsor is a different shade of yellow. It's not just the same gold. It's a yellow, and right around the yellow is a small ring of orange.
You can't really
which is very hard to see, I'm sure, on the camera, but it is there. And it's even actually there on his eyes. His eyes have that same yellow with a little very, very thin thing, line of orange, which is really nice. So I wish they did that a little bit more, considering how much I'm sure they were saving on sculpt. They probably could have done some more additions with the paint. Would have been really nice. But I do really like this Iron Man because I'm a fan of the comic. Like the other figures in the set, you of course get your regular joints, your head, shoulders. These things actually, like I said before, these do move a little bit. The upper bicep, double jointed elbows, wrists spin. You get a chest motion. It doesn't really click, and it spins at the waist. You of course get your legs, upper thigh spin, double jointed knees, and a nice ankle pivot at the bottom, which is different than the Iron Man wave, which is just pretty much just up and down. Maybe it was on a ball joint, but it was not this type of ankle pivot I know on those figures.
You have them.
That's a new foot, at the very least there. Don't get me wrong, I do like this figure. It just has, when you're using parts, it kind of stinks. And we'll see how tall he stands compared to the other ones. How tall we got him.
Well, I'm zooming in now. 6 inches.
6 inches, just like the rest. That's what it should be. So that's pretty awesome. Like the other figures in the set, he runs at $19.99 each. So, the big $20 mark.
That's a lot of money.
And for this one, because they're if you already have Iron Mans, you probably can stay away from them.
Unless you want to build Groot.
Unless you want to build Groot, the only reason to get this one I would suggest is if you're planning to build Groot, because obviously it will get expensive. It's one of the easier ones to get right now because they come 2 in the box, so it's very. Those will probably be the ones that are hanging out on store shelves for quite a while, which is why I'm going to give this one a maybe. There's not a lot of differences in him compared to the other Iron Mans, so if you already have him, there's really no point. Like I've said like 3 times now, unless you're building Groot. So, giving this a maybe. That's all the figures except for Groot. So, Groot's coming up next. I'm pumped. And I guess I will see you guys next time. Just make sure you follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, subscribe to me on YouTube, leave a comment down below. I love comments. And check out the Instagram. It's there. I love you. Everybody, good night.
I'm back in black.